broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello everyone and welcome to another after show for The Bachelor right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. JC Rubio and Lauren Solomon are unfortunately both out this week.
Snapchat. I didn't realize you were in studio.
Wow, I know.
That, guys.
No problem. Hey everybody.
That was on my head there for a minute.
In case there is any confusion, this is the AfterBuzz for Archer. This is season 6, episode 9 that we're at this point. Pocket listings. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to our channel at youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. Check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud. Don't forget to leave comments, leave ratings. We love those things. We don't know why, but we love them so very much. Go ahead and you can tweet at us, hashtag ArcherABTV, or ABTV Archer. I apologize. Man, oh man, not very professional up top today.
But when are we ever, though? Come on.
No, I'm never professional.
Never.
You guys know
Did
me.
somebody shoot you with a trank gun, Greg?
I have been
okay.
feeling like I've been shot with a trank gun all day, and that's totally fine. Who am I? Well, that's a fantastic question. I'm Greg Goodness. If you're looking for me on the Twitters, you can find me at Greg Goodness. But I also have two lovely gentlemen with me here today, who I would love for them to introduce themselves as well.
Yeah, I'm Scott Moore, and you can find me on the Twitter at SMan80. That's SMan80.
I would love myself to introduce myself as well.
What?
I'm Zach at that Zach Wilson.
That was just all sorts of a mess getting into
It's 11:30 at night,
Right.
Greg.
That's fine. You know what? There's just too much emotion in the air. There are too many variables. And
Is it emotion or just sex?
there's a lot of sex. There was a lot of really, really graphic sex.
Oh, yes.
This was the most graphic sex that we've ever seen in Archer. And it's not something that's like... We've seen weirder stuff, that's for sure. Right off the bat, we saw ping pong paddles and like stuff being inserted and crazy sort of things like that. But we just lingered on that shot of Archer and Lana.
See, that's the thing is, there wasn't even that much sex. It was only one scene, and it was maybe 15 seconds.
But it was the longest 15 seconds in Archer history. And I'm so glad it was there because it made me feel weird and uncomfortable. And it's like, man, this is really happening. Like, this is an actual thing. Because leading up to this, I had no idea this was coming. I didn't, of course it all makes sense now.
That's what she said. But
Scott! Scott, you bite your tongue, sir. I didn't see this moment about to happen. Now you made it so I can't even say it. I didn't see this leading up to it. In retrospect, it makes perfect sense because, of course, Archer was trying to make Lana jealous, Lana trying to make Archer jealous, and so, of course, they're going to get together at the end. But I didn't see that moving towards the final destination that it led to. Did you guys? Is that something that you saw? Heads up?
The instant the prince walked in there and Lana's got like the sexy hair and like she's in the lingerie, I'm like, there's like, I'm pretty sure Lana and Archer are going to hook up, but I wasn't sure if first they were going to hook up with the respective royals they were aiming for.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Right. I didn't think it was going to happen at all. I didn't think that it was going to happen this episode. I mean, obviously it's something like the long-term plan, but I didn't expect it to happen tonight's episode.
Yeah, that they're back in the sheets, as it were.
They build this whole thing. First of all, the new character design on Lana with the sexy hair,
Right.
really, really hot.
Well, she's been doing that postnatal
yoga.
Yeah. She's really paying off. Which,
She's been crushing it. Come on.
I know that she's a drawn character and everything, but man, oh man, they really took some liberties with those
they
curves.
Know how to, they know how to draw all those curves quite well.
But just that's the final scene. Like they start out and it's like all the clothes are on the floor and you're like, oh, okay, huh? And then you look up and there's the legs and the legs are like clearly positioned and you're like, they're moving. Oh, that's that. Damn, they went for... Oh!
They showed as much as humanly possible without getting censored, which I don't even know how you do that for a cartoon.
Animation.
But man, oh man, they were showing a whole lot.
It's like, stop cropping TV.
Yeah.
16 by 10, damn it.
Somewhere online, there is someone filling in all the rest of what was not seen.
Yes. It's being worked on right now.
I couldn't believe that though, because I thought that once I saw that there was the kiss, I was like, okay, this is, the tension has been broken. We've established what we needed to establish, that, okay, they still have feelings for each other. They both do. But then I was totally expecting Lana to be like, no, this is a bad idea, and I hate you, and you're a jerk, and you're terrible. She was so into it. Yeah. She was like really feeling whatever sort of gravitational pull that Archer has towards the ladies.
Yeah.
It was insane.
No, I totally agree with you because I thought that was going to be it. It was going to be the kiss and it was going to be like, okay, we've cut the tension now and then it'll just be kind of a little tease for down the road.
Because we've kind of done that before, right? Where they sort of have like this little moment, and then we pull back.
Right.
And I thought it was just going to be another thing, but nope, we're going to apparently go to the end of season 6, because we're now in the tail end of it. We're going to be going into the end of season 6, where these two are hooking up now on the regs.
Well, don't jump on it too quick. We have, what, 4 episodes left?
Yeah, but still, man. Well, we have... Yeah, I guess 4. We do. But... the impression that I got, that Lana was so happy and so on board with this, I can't imagine now that there's going to be some sort of reverse and switcheroo where all of a sudden Lana is not feeling this anymore. And Archer is certainly going to keep feeling this, I would imagine, because he kept feeling it, again, pun intended, throughout the entire series.
The question is not that is he going to be feeling it with Lana, is that who else is he going to be feeling it with?
That's right.
Yeah, we got a little bit in the previews.
We did. But and I also wonder, too, is like, how do they keep that momentum going with them, potentially being back together? Because that always felt like the end kind of result to me. Like, so it seems like I don't know how they're going to keep the momentum with that going now.
Or is this the Pam and Jim situation where they finally get together and then the show just starts to slowly go downhill?
Hey, well, that's not a fair assessment at all, sir. I was actually, and this is a little bit of a tangent, but I thought that the core emotional moment of this episode was going to be Archer and Pam. Because they had that moment where it's like, oh my God, I think you're my best friend. I'm like, yes, how have you not acknowledged this? You go on all these road trips together and you have this repertoire and you've slept together but have managed to get over that. And of course you're best friends, you dummies.
I mean, didn't she mention that with her sister's wedding, or not quite that they're best friends, but like she didn't have a lot of friends, and so it kind of felt like it was the natural progression to finally have that admission there.
Yeah, she didn't have enough guy friends that she could take to a wedding.
So that to me was like the first sign that there was something there that I didn't again expect to happen this episode, but that she would eventually come around with the that's my best friend or my closest friend or whatever. So that was good to see that.
Did not see it coming.
Yeah, I didn't either. Not this episode, at least.
It was surprising, but it also felt good. Yeah, it was nice.
It was sweet.
Like,
it was cutesy.
It's a way sweeter moment than how Archer and Lana got together.
Yeah, that was way less graphic for sure. My God, I'm still sort of reeling from that. I just can't get over it. But
yeah, I feel like it's almost like PTSD. Like it's just
you don't quite acknowledge it. Let's not take a very serious condition and take it down to, I saw 2 cartoon characters doing it, and I didn't even see the graphic
burned
parts.
into your retinas. And it's not like a bad thing to be burned into your retinas, but it is certainly burned there.
If the internet doesn't make a GIF of that within the next 15 minutes, then I am disappointed in the internet.
You've got your work cut out for you, internet.
I cannot imagine it's not done.
No. Oh, yeah.
All right. So
many different ways.
I'm going to try... Gross, Scott. Come on, man. We're trying to lead a civilized discussion here.
We're trying to be professionals.
professionals
That's
like
right.
the CIA and Slater in this episode. Man, oh man.
That was a good segue there
Thank
tonight.
you. We have seen Slater in every single episode. I'm not sure if it's a contractual obligation thing or not seen him, but we've at least referenced him in every single episode.
He's a good agent.
And I'm glad to have him because he's a really fun character and acknowledges all the horrible things that the USA does, but doesn't quite acknowledge. And I loved more than anything Cyril's explanation of what it is that the CIA does and like why we go into countries. Well, a long time ago, dinosaurs died, and now that's what your car eats.
That was great.
So amazing.
And the whole thing with Archer with the whole calling up the hotel, that was great too.
Oh, yeah.
That was so great.
Bay of Pigs here.
Yeah.
What's that? Need aerial support? No, thank you. Nice callback to, again, Heart of Archness,
Yes.
where he had that old-timey, watch out for Hitler, he's a bad egg. Funny callback there.
I love Slater's just like he doesn't give two fill in the expletive there of your choice. I'm just like I'm gonna have to refer you back to Operation Said So.
Yeah. He's so take everything by the cojones and just lead, and what he says goes, which is very much like, again, not to insert my own personal, political, philosophical, what have yous, but yeah, he's like the perfect CIA agent. And it was so fun to see him just get all riled up in this episode because these freelancers that he hired can't do anything right. Which was, I do think it was good that they pointed out how unnecessarily complicated his entire plan was. I think my favorite line, I loved the Wile E. Coyote runner, but my favorite is all it was missing was bird seed.
Seed, yeah.
It's like, that's a pretty accurate assessment.
I really liked your Wile E. Coyote with access to predator drones. Because now I'm picturing like a 21st century Wile E. Coyote episode where he's got unmanned drones flying in to take out the Roadrunner Acme brand.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Acme brand cell phones really does open up a whole new world of Roadrunner related possible cartoons.
Acme brand predator drones. Their intelligence takes over and they come back and bomb you.
Oh god, that's horrifying. It was kind of interesting, this whole operation though, because it was a good chance to get us back into Tunt Manor, which we haven't seen
At all this season.
since Vice. Really, I mean, we sort of had allusions to it, but everything was still there. We saw like the main hall. And we had the allusion to the Ocelot. Why am I blanking on his name?
Babu.
Babu. Yeah, that's right. Oh, God, Babu. I was disappointed.
That's right, Babu's here.
I was disappointed that he didn't make an appearance. I would think that he would have mauled a guard or something.
No.
I guess we were too busy with other crazy things going on.
They had too much crazy.
They had a way better way of dealing with the guards.
Of making them just fart themselves uncontrollably. I would have rather seen an ocelot mauling. I would think that all hands go on deck for an ocelot mauling. But that's just me.
I don't know.
I have to agree with that, though.
I was giggling at the poop jokes.
I'm sure you were, as you frequently are. Hey guys, if you're giggling at our jokes, or if you're not giggling, you know, it's important to know these things. We want to hear about it, because through some crazy algorithm that I will never fully understand, your likes and comments keep the lights on in this place. So you can go onto iTunes, you can subscribe to our podcast, as well as many other fantastic AfterBuzz TV podcasts. And I presume they have other podcasts that are not related to AfterBuzz TV on there, but don't subscribe to those. No matter what you do, they are poison. Don't do it, guys.
Unless they're Popcorn Talk Network.
That's right.
Oh, subscribe to those.
Yes.
Point being, you can go and subscribe, you can rate, you can comment, tell us how we're doing, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. You can also go on the YouTube channel. We put this stuff up on YouTube every week for free. You don't have to pay nothing, you don't have to do nothing. Just go
and
in.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go into all these different channels, you can like, comment, and we love hearing from you guys. We have some really, really cool comments. D22 Queen pointed out that Zach's estimation, his gross misestimation of how old Lana and Archer are.
I said they were 35.
No, you said they were like 40. You were pushing them into their 40s.
Because they were 35 in season 1.
I was gonna say in real life, you know.
Well, according to
Actors.
D22 Queen, Lana's 33 and Archer's 36.
Which 6 seasons in, I know we're in animated character land, but
You're wrong. Any opportunity that I have to prove you wrong is I'm gonna
they never
jump
age.
on that. Absolutely. Gloria McAndrew, I have to give a huge shout out to because apparently she is a storyboard artist on Archer over at Floyd County. Yeah, and she's listening, and apparently
Love
she likes listening to us. So thank you, Gloria. We appreciate
awesome.
all that you do. Everything
Yes.
looks beautiful in every single episode, and I'm sure that you have a very large hand in that. Big props, random small moment to the animation team. When Cyril is getting punched by Archer in the hallway, Cyril's facial expression during that entire sequence is fantastic. So good on you guys.
The animation is incredible on the show.
well, in this episode, there were some like really like just more fluid character movements than we've seen before. Really, in the two moments that I noticed it were when Cyril gets punched. And then when Lana and Archer first start making out, like furiously.
Oh, it's all very smooth, and yes.
It's very it's not like if you go back and look at like season 1 where we started, like it's much more like flat animation. That was like some the high quality stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Always high quality stuff. And you guys leave high quality comments. Danita Morton just saying that it's nice to listen to us. That's all we want to hear, guys. Lard Hamilton making a comment that I don't fully understand, but he's saying, my favorite moment of the episode is when the feminist studies grandmother falls very quickly and comfortably into the role of taking care of the baby. Like how easy like she was pulling in. So I'm not sure if he likes that, doesn't like that, but Lard Hamilton, thank you. Continue commenting because you keep doing that and we always love it.
We do.
Troy Soldier, Joseph Hampton Jr., just tons of people. I can't give shout outs to them all, but thank you very much for listening. And if you haven't commented, rated, go in and do that. So,
Yes.
Zach, you were talking about some animation that you liked with the smooth, fluid motions. I have to give a bit of a shout out to, I like the animation, but overall the entire concept and execution of a giant carnivorous plant.
Yes, the Venus flytrap. That was fantastic.
We were trying to figure it out. There's sort of like a cross model between Little Shop of Horrors and then Zach, was it you pointed out?
Yeah, it reminds me of the flower from Jumanji.
Yeah,
That like
there's
shot a
something
vine
else, too.
out and was trying to eat people.
and I saw a little bit of the spitter from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
In there when he sprays out the poison,
And it even has that like the Jurassic Park like little like crackle.
Super Mario Brothers. It has a bunch of things in there that I'm not, and I feel like I'm forgetting something too.
Oh
with that.
yeah, like I've seen some deviant art too of like a really angry a tube monster. Of course, I'm forgetting the actual
I know,
name
too,
of
which is
it.
terrible. But yeah, there was a couple things I was thinking of when I saw that. So I'd love to know what everyone thinks. Again, comments.
We're getting into some real weird sci-fi stuff. We've talked about this a little bit before earlier in the season where we get like full-on robot, like absolute like Terminator exoskeleton. We've seen just a weird tentacle monster popping out of the jacuzzi. And now we have seemingly a fully sentient man-eating plant. One that is big enough to chop off an arm.
I
or a
mean,
hand.
maybe not sentient, but at least like aggressive.
Yeah. It
Aggressive.
knows what it's doing.
Yes,
Well,
it
I
knows
mean,
what it wants.
Yeah, I mean, Venus flytraps are a real
Right.
thing. Like,
Right.
it's
That's-
not, I
yeah.
wouldn't call it sentient, but it knows how to kill a fly
Right.
and eat it.
Or
Maybe
a
it has
ray
feelings. Do
in
we
this
know?
point.
Maybe it has feelings.
It
Maybe
doesn't
it knows.
anymore after Ray got through with it. My God, he stabbed it to death with a knife, pruned it right out. I
Give him
thought
a
it was-
hand.
That's right. Got to give him a hand.
I thought it was very
clap.
strange but very cool, and it's far out there. And I know that Zach, you sort of had a little bit of a misgiving, if I'm not mistaken, about how deep into sci-fi we went, or maybe it wasn't just you. Maybe it was just me getting mad. I think it was both of you guys.
I don't know. No,
Oh, I did
mean,
a couple episodes ago with the aliens.
We had
and
issues
all
with the
that.
aliens, but that wasn't about going sci-fi.
Right.
That was
Okay.
about more specific things in the
structure
episode.
of the story.
Tune in a few weeks ago.
That's right.
Tuned in a few weeks ago. Nice call there. Yeah, so then what was the difference? Now I'm going to play devil's advocate. What's the difference between aliens versus giant man-eating plant, in your opinion? Or is there one?
No, I mean, I didn't. That's the thing. I don't think I can't speak for Scott 100%, but I didn't have a problem with the aliens being there.
Right.
It's-
Okay.
I had other issues with that episode.
Right, it was
but
the story structure
It
for
wasn't
me.
the aliens being there.
Okay.
They were part of the bigger the bigger problem with the story structure of that particular episode for me.
Okay.
I did enjoy the Venus flytrap because
I did
it's,
too.
it's not even that big of a sci-fi leap. It's like,
No.
yeah, it's not real, but it's not like too insane.
Right, because there was Venus flytraps, and you could kind of envision that, and it felt perfectly fitting for Tunt Manor and the conservative, the greenhouse, and so it fit for me.
See, it didn't fit for me. It felt totally off the rails, but I liked it.
Right,
and I
like you
liked,
just went with it.
Yeah, and I like that it's sort of in keeping with the overall, like, okay, we're going to have some weird stuff that we're going to throw in
Right.
there. It's a very normal season, but we're going to throw some
Of
really
course.
weird stuff at you just in case. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. All right, guys, it's that time. Let's hear some spooky theremin music.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions.
Filling up my tanks with that spooky theremin music. All right, gentlemen, let's hear what you think. What's going to be happening?
Ray's gonna get a bionic arm.
that's exactly what I was going to say, and you said it first. All right.
Scott's
Mic
been
drop,
sitting
I'm
back.
done.
He's like, oh, I got it.
I know,
got
I'm
this
like,
time.
the
I got it."
bionic arm.
Ray is going to become, more machine
Even
than
more
man
machine,
at
yes.
this point.
I'm ready for that. When does he become 51% or 50.1% machine?
Oh, you know what I'm seeing now? Now that we've brought that up,
Barry v. Ray.
I think we're going to have a Barry v. Ray showdown.
Yeah.
The battle of the cyborgs.
Yes, the battle. Yes.
I think that Krieger is going to hook up Ray with some, extremely cool stuff.
Don't forget that Katya could show up. It could be a three-way cyborg demolition squad
Kasha is going to show
battle,
up.
Yes.
battle royale.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh my god, that
like
would
that a
be
lot.
super cool. I'd be down to see
Yeah.
that.
Who wouldn't?
I think that would be a culmination, though. That's not going to happen next week. I don't
No.
think. But I
But
think
stranger things have happened on the show.
Yeah, we saw 15 seconds of hardcore pornography. Just the look of absolute glee on both of their face
Not
during that
Greg.
15
Let's not
seconds.
be. It was softcore pornography.
It was pretty graphic. We didn't see any actual parts, but the emotional damage was all there. All right, guys. I think that about
It does. No, I was just gonna say.
Stray
But speaking of
observations?
the porn part, and talking about the animation, I love the sound effects and everything. The pants.
Oh my
and
God.
The pants crinkling. And my favorite line. I heard you get hard. Like that was such a great line. And then the whole theme throughout with pants crinkling was so great.
Yeah, that it's all pretty great.
The people that had to type that out, I just was thinking about that every time they put pants crinkling.
Yeah, random, not too many references that I caught. Maybe our loyal viewers caught
Yes,
some, but
they
I
will.
did see that there was a nice Planet of the Apes reference at the beginning where Krieger is talking about his goat feet.
Yeah.
We dropped a little Hobbit, Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
reference in there.
Yeah, Moaning Lisa, a
Moaning Lisa.
girl with a
Oh
pearl
my
necklace.
God.
Works of art, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, lots of funny stuff in this episode. Lots of
So great.
random good moments.
She'll be my moaning Lisa.
Yeah.
God. All right. Well, I need to go recover because that was some very emotionally draining stuff. You guys got anything else? Any last final sign-offs before we say goodbye here?
I think I'm good.
All right. Everyone, I've been
She
Greg
didn't
Goodness.
look like a back Dorothy.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yes.
Pele of you-know-what, everybody. All right. I'm Greg Goodness. You can find me on the twits at Greg Goodness.
And I'm Scott Moore. You can find me at SMan80, SMan80, and here on Monday Nights for Looking.
And I'm that Zach Wilson on Twitter at that Zach Wilson. You can find me also on a bunch of shows here at AfterBuzz. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back. Better Call Saul. Grimm come back soon. A bunch more. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, great shows.
Take it easy, Internet.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.